nation, no reasonable politician will come out.
Use the word reasonable.
Yes, reasonable politician will come out and tell you that I support Yoruba nation publicly. They will not. Well. It's a good move from Professor Banji Akintoye and Sunday Igboho. All what we are looking for is a nation that cares for all its citizens, a nation that will provide for our needs, a nation where we will not feel threatened by a particular ethnic. That's what we are looking for. But how to get it is another issue. So writing letter to Mr. President is a very good move, but I don't see it feasible now. I don't see it coming soon as they wish. I don't see it coming, but it's what we can achieve. But I don't.
Under a southwestern president,
It's not achievable under this political dispensation. Under this administration, it's not achievable. I'm not seeing it coming soon.
does he have the backing of the Yoruba people?
To some extent, it has. You know, let me tell you one thing. If left to the masses alone in Yoruba land, to the many people in Yoruba land, we want our Yoruba nation. But it's not about, in this case, sometimes it's not about number. It's about how influenced are the people that want this thing.
Not about number.
Sometimes it's not about number. Let me tell you, I've said this thing the other time that you want to, so for instance now, you want to divide Nigeria. It's not like Kogi State now. You want to marry Kogi State to the north or to the west. Sometimes it's not about number. It's about how influential are the people that involved in this thing. Maybe the one that want to marry them to the north or the one that want to marry them to the south. How influential they are. There are some people that can take decisions on behalf of millions of people, you know. Yes, we call them public opinion. I mean, opinion leader rather. We call them opinion leader. They were the one that decide. When they talk, people listen. That is the issue. So it depends on who are the people that is backing this thing. Let me tell you, some few people in this southwest, just like maybe 10 or 15 of them, they can decide what will happen in southwest. They can. That is the truth of the matter. They can decide what will happen. So they were the one. These few people, they were the one that determine what is happening in this nation. Okay, they were the one that determine what is happening in a particular region. Let me tell you, if you go to southeast, you do referendum. Do they want Biafra? Of course, 90 or 95% of them they want Biafra. But there are some elements like influential figure like 5% of them that they don't want Nigeria divided, and it is their opinion that sometimes they will listen to. How you will want to now go against their opinion, then it's a work for you. It's an assignment for you to do. How the majority will work against the opinion of few people that matter. It's an assignment.
Okay. Do these influential figures support Sunday Igboho?
When I'm talking of influential figure, we talk about politicians. No reasonable politician will support Sunday Igboho now. That is the truth of the matter, because that is where they are hitting, and they are hitting on a larger scale. Now you want to cut it short. It's like they want to shoot themselves in the leg, and it's not easy. It's not so. Before you will see a politician, any politician that's coming out now and drumming support for Sunday Igboho is going nowhere now. No. As I'm talking, Onitiri is not a politician. Which part? Did he win? I don't even know her as a politician. She's not an influential politician. She's just one of, I don't know the party he joined. Any politician that know that is bold enough, let him come out and say, I support Yoruba nation. Then we want to do election. Maybe he will win. He will not win. He will not win our election, because it is his fellow politicians. They will work against him. That you are working against what we are eating, then you want to benefit from it. So no reasonable politician now that will come out and support Yoruba nation.
The Yoruba politicians supported Igboho when he was in
Benin Republic.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many Yoruba politicians you are talking about. Wole Soyinka is not a politician. All these people that you say is supporting Sunday Igboho, They were not. They don't. I don't know which one of politician. Secretly, they do it secretly. Whenever you are doing secretly, you are unable to do it publicly. Then, or nobody know that you are doing that kind of thing. So I just want you to mention a notable politician that support Sunday Igboho while he was doing. They may be soliciting for his release, that they should not kill him, they should release him, and even send some message that he should keep quiet about Yoruba nation. That was it. But coming out boldly that we want Yoruba nation, no reasonable politician will come out. Yes, reasonable politician will come out and tell you that I support Yoruba nation publicly. They will not.
So that before the invasion of the Yoruba Democratic Republic of Yoruba led by Onitiri Abiola, there was a reaction from both Igboho and Professor Akintoye distancing themselves from what happened in Oyo State. And that put a lot of reservations on the genuinity of Yoruba agitation. The genuinity of Yoruba agitation. And subsequently, this is not the first time they have written such letter. I think they did that during Buhari's administration. They wrote a similar letter. And at this point, we are seeing them, a kind of a double standard again, because we don't know actually where they stand in respect to what happened in Oyo State, whether they actually want to, succeed from Nigeria. But that letter they wrote to Tinubu, affirming their stance that there's need for Yorubas to succeed from Nigeria, giving several reasons, in terms of insecurity, in terms of restructuring, in terms of what is coming, in terms regards to the suspected or alleged jihad movement, in Nigeria. Then, I think at this point, we should see a kind of synergy, between all the agitators, especially from Yoruba, asking Nigeria to do the needful, that Nigeria is not working. But I see no reason why they should also distance themselves from Onitiri's declaration. So there was a lot of reactions because given that somebody from Southwest, a Yoruba man, is now the president, and a kind of statement some time ago coming out from Igboho, trying to create a kind of support for Tinubu's government. So as it stands now, we are yet to really have the final grip on how they want to work together to that kind of to have expected success. Writing to the federal government anyway, I don't think that will have a direct effect, because of course we know that the president himself, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is under constitution to uphold the unity and integrity and statutory integrity of this country. That is by the way. Then, as Professor Akintoye has made it known several occasions that a lot of Yorubas have died as a result of the jihadist movement, giving a particular figure close to 30,000 Yorubas that have been murdered. That is a huge one. Then, secondly, we have seen what transpired under Igboho. How the federal government was able to give him freely, like any other, with the exception like of Nnamdi Kanu's case. So the fact is, do Yorubas actually, want to succeed or push for disintegration of Nigeria? For me, it is a welcome development, but the impact of that letter is another thing, whether federal government will respond to it or not. I think at this point, there should be another means of enforcing it on the federal government to do the needful, either via referendum or via any means possible, to make sure that at the end of the day we have a peaceful disintegration in Nigeria. Well, Nigeria has they have been given options. Of course, Nigeria as a country has been given options for continued unity, so to say. Such options are, we want a regional constitution. They want a regional constitution. They want to be governed by themselves. They want a restructuring, total restructuring. I mean, if they, how they put it, through federalism, if there's anything like that, so that people can, have access to define their own destiny according to their own strength. But as it stands now, that letter, I don't know how the federal government intend to respond to it, because they have written such letter before now. And the fact is this: a lot of people were seeing it as a kind of sellout, because of recent statements coming from the likes of Sunday Igboho.
Without the ingenuity of that letter.
The impact is what I'm looking at the end of the day. We are not seeing any further moves in that regard from Yoruba agitators. So that puts a lot of question mark. But if you see the way and manner the Onitiri Abiola was able to go about his trying to create an impact, and insisting that Yoruba nation should move out from Nigeria, was quite impactful. But if you look at the Geneva Convention that guarantees people of indigenous background or tribe, going for self-determination, it is a universal law. It's a natural law, and powered by United Nations and other institutions of human rights, in that regard. So people have right to agitate anytime, any day they felt that their destiny or their interest is no longer being protected. People have right to do that. It is not an illegal thing to ask for freedom. But in Nigeria here, they see it, as reasonable. But to those who are asking for sovereignty from the mother nation or country, actually see it, as a way, to survive, as a way to go, as a way to curb threats, coming from people who believe that they are into a kind of conquest or the other. So the fact still remains that letter, of course, they have elected the modern nation, so to say, of the need, to do the needful before it goes out of hand.
Okay.